everyone, this is Robyn with mypinkstamper.com, and I have a really fun video for you guys. I'm going to be spotlighting the upcoming Hostess stamp set, Tranquil Tulips. And these three colors here, which are some of our new in colors this year: Powder Pink Ink Pad, Lemon Lime Twist, and Berry Burst. Now what I'm going to show you is three different cards using the same base materials. I'm going to start with a very simplified card for those of you who might be maybe just starting out, or maybe you want to learn how to stamp. I'm going to start out with a very simplified and simple card that you can start with in the very beginning. So I'm using one of our pieces of thick Whisper White cardstock, and I've cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet down in half to 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored this at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and just fold this in half. Now you can stamp directly on this if you want to keep it super simple, but I like to use our Whisper White regular cardstock. This has a little bit smoother of a finish and it's thinner, so you can layer it right on top of this, which we're going to do for this very first card. So we're going to be using one of the tulips. Let me get my blocks. These are our clear stamping blocks, our clear acrylic blocks. And this is one of our photopolymer stamp sets. So you can actually see through it and you can stamp directly to do your two-step stamping. It makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to be starting with this big one here, and I'm going to use block, what is this, block C for this one. Just put them right on your block, and then you can clean them and just peel them off and put them back on your sheet. And then I'm using this piece here, and I'm going to also just grab this right here. And now I'm going to be using just this one leaf, and I'm just going to have it kind of diagonal on this one, and this one long stem right here. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to have it like that. I don't need this one. I will need it for my sentiment. I can put this away for now. Okay, so this one I'm just basically going to be stamping directly onto the Whisper White cardstock. We're going to start by stamping with our Powder Pink ink pad. And if you've never used our Stampin' Up! Classic ink pads, they're super simple. There's 3 dots right here. You just put your thumb right there, push it forward, and it'll pop open like that. And then you can simply just click it into place. Okay, and they are stored upside down. Did you guys notice that? So the ink always stays to the top of the ink pad when you're ready to use it. Okay, this is more of a watercolor stamp set, so when I'm stamping it, you're not going to see a solid image. I'm just going to stamp it right here, and if you want to kind of rub your hand on the back, you can, and that's how it's supposed to look. It is supposed to have a watercolor look right there. And now I'm going to put this aside, set it aside, because we will use it on the other 2 cards as well. Now I'm using Berry Burst, same thing. And I'm going to ink this stamp up and just line it up a little bit as best as I can. And now it gives me a dimension. I think I might have been a little crooked, but that's okay. And I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to use it in just a minute. Okay, now I'm going to take our Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm going to stamp the stem. Just lightly stamp it. Try not to get ink on the side of the block like I just did. Lightly ink it up. And then I am going to zoom out. And I have my tulip, and now I'm going to use this here. And I'm going to put them at the bottom. Just super pretty. I've got a really beautiful tulip. And now I'm going to use since this stamp set doesn't come with any sentiments, I'm going to pull out one of our brand new stamp sets available June 1st, 2017. Just add text, and I'm going to use Life is Better with Friends. And put this on one of our blocks. Now this is our red rubber, and it's called Clear Mount. So when they come in the red rubber, in the catalog you'll see the option of clear. It'll say clear or wood. Clear comes like this. It just means it's for use of a clear mount block. Clear does not mean you can see through it. That would say photopolymer. And you don't have the option for photopolymer on all of the stamp sets. They're a limited amount. The red rubber is the highest quality. It stamps really well. And I love having the unmounted. I don't even use wood mount anymore. I like the space saving of the clear mount. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this right here. Life is Better with Friends. Set that aside. Now I'm going to take some adhesive. This is our snail adhesive. And then now you have a simple card or stationery note card to give a friend. If this is the very first card you're making, now you know how to make a simple card, and you can do it. I promise. Super easy. Everything you see here is available on my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Okay, let's step this up. So now I'm going to show you how to make the same type of card, and we're going to stamp it up. Let's say you want to maybe incorporate some of our accessories, some of our ribbon, and maybe some more colored cardstock. So I have here the powder pink cardstock, and I have the Berry Burst cardstock, and I have Berry Burst ribbon right here. So we're going to step this one up. I have this cut. This is our Whisper White cardstock, and this piece is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to stamp in powder pink up at the top. And now I'm going to take my Berry Burst and I'm going to line this up a little bit better than I did on the last one. There we go. And now I'm going to take the stems with the lemon lime twist and do the same thing. Okay. Can you see this coming together nicely? There we go. And now we are going to take this paper here. So I have, this is cut at 3 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And now I'm going to stamp with the Berry Burst the same sentiment, life is better with friends. And I'm going to stamp it right here. And now I'm going to take some of this lovely ribbon. Actually, let's put this on our Berry Burst cardstock first. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to add this on here. Now we're going to take a little bit of this ribbon, which is gorgeous. Love it. And just add a little bit of an accent behind it. Okay. And then I just use regular tape for this. When I'm adding ribbon, most of the time I'm just adding just for a background effect. Just a really quick, and you could add a bow on it if you wanted to. Okay. And now I'm going to fold my piece of cardstock. This is the same thick Whisper White. Actually, all 3 cards are going to be the same card base. And put adhesive on the back of this one. And put that on here. And now we can take this piece here and we could add some of our dimensionals. These are our Stampin' dimensionals. And this is just to step it up just a little bit. backs off. I'm so excited about our new dimensionals as well. We have smaller little minis coming out in a week. So excited. Okay, and then I'm gonna add that on here, and now I have a stepped up version of the same card. Isn't that so fun? So if you're feeling confident in this and you're starting out, maybe it's time to step it up a little bit. Now let's step it up a lot. This stack here we're using, all of the materials are the same, but I've added some of our floral design, is that what it's called? I'll have it on the screen. Designer series paper. And then I have our powder pink ribbon that coordinates. And for this one, we're also going to be using the Big Shot with some framelits. This is the Stampin' Up! Big Shot. I'm so excited, I love it so much. And we are going to be cutting 3 things out with it. We're using the Berry Burst, and the Berry Burst will be cut using this set here. Is from our Layering Ovals collection. It comes with layering smooth ovals and scalloped ovals. I believe it's a set of, I want to say 16, but I will have it on the screen for you. We're going to put the scallop on this one, and then on one of our pieces of Whisper White, we're going to put the larger smooth oval, and we're going to run those through. Oops, I think I need to pull it down just a little bit. Hold on one sec. I hit it up a little bit too high. There was nothing behind it. Okay, there we go. Okay, you just run it through here. And the last one we're doing, so we have our oval and our scallop oval, and our last one we're going to do is on our Whisper White again, and I'm using one of our stitched shaped ovals to give it a little texture. And I can set this aside. Now, time to do the same thing. We're going to be stamping now on this oval. We'll start with our powder pink again. And we're going to stamp that up here. Whoops, kind of didn't mean to go off the top of it, but that's okay. And now our Berry Burst is going to be our next layer. There we go. And leave this out because I need it in a minute. Doing the same thing here with our stem. Should have turned my computer off. Oops. Okay. And that's supposed to look like that. It's the watercolor look. Remember that. Okay, isn't that so cute? Isn't that so pretty already, you guys? So excited. Okay, now we're going to take this piece of pink, powder pink, and it's cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to stamp Life is Better with Friends, the bottom right. And now I'm going to step it up by adding some of our Designer Series paper, like I told you earlier. This is cut at 5 inches by 2 inches. And I'll have the name of it on the screen for you. I'm just going to add this on here at the top so it's flush, so it goes all the way across. And now I'm going to be using our powder pink ribbon, like I had said. I cut that and down a little bit. And I'm just going to take regular tape and wrap this around. And it just, like I said, gives it a little more texture in the background. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive. and add it on this piece of Berry Burst cardstock. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'll add that on here. Now I'm going to add this on our Whisper White here. And then now we have our base, our background. But I'm not done with my flower yet. I'm going to do something totally cool. It's super exciting. And so we're going to set this aside along with our other ovals that we'll use in just a few minutes. We're going to do some embossing. Yay for embossing. Are you so excited? Okay. I'm going to pull out my embossing buddy. I've got my VERSAMARK here. This is a collection in here. I've poured some of our clear emboss powder, Stampin' Emboss powder, along with some of our Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And I've made my own sparkly collection. Now, the fun part about this is I'm going to, I kind of messed up on that one a little bit. So let's see here. So if you didn't want to add that, this would be your finished product right here. But I'm going to show you what to do if you wanted to have that on here, sparkly and embossed. I'm going to show you how to do that part, okay? So we'll do it on a background piece of paper, and then I'll show you the difference in just a minute. Okay, so we would do the same exact thing. We would stamp the powder pink on here. And then we'd go ahead and do our stems next. Our stem and our leaves. We'll do those next with our lemon lime twist. And I'm going to put that right here. Whoops. Good thing it's see-through, right? Though I'm not over it. There we go. And add some leaves. Okay, now what we're going to do is, do you remember my video where you can make any color embossing powder you want? All you need is our clear embossing powder, a VERSAMARK, and any of our Stampin' Up! Classic ink pads. This also works with the archival as well, the black and the gray. So this is going to be where we have a lot of fun. So you will need a background piece of paper. So you can use our grid paper, or you can just use a piece of computer paper if you have it. I like our grid paper because it's such a good size. All right, somebody is going to message me. Don't you know I'm doing a video? Okay, so have this all ready. Now we're going to take our Stampin' Emboss, our embossing buddy, and just go over it lightly. That way it doesn't try to stick to the other colors. Just ignore that. So have everything ready to go, including your heat tool. This is our Stampin' heat tool right here. Love, love, love it. Have you guys taken any of my embossing online classes yet? Super fun. Okay, so you'll want to have your VERSAMARK ready. You'll want to have your Berry Burst ready. Now, if you're making multiple of the same card, you have to clean off your stamp in between, okay? So like this one already has ink on it. So I'm going to go ahead and take our Stampin' scrub and open this up. And I'm going to spray some of our Stampin' Mist. This is the easiest and quickest, most efficient way to clean off your photopolymer and your clear stamps, or your clear mount and red rubber. So one side's wet, one side's dry. Then you don't have to clean this for like a couple weeks if you don't want to. Put that away. And now this is somewhat clean. It's usually stained when you use the pink colors, but that's okay. So I'm going to put it in my VERSAMARK. Okay, now I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to put it directly onto my Berry Burst, and I'm going to stamp this on here. Now it's going to be wet. So go ahead and put your mixture of, I have my clear embossing powder with the Dazzling Diamonds because I want it to shine. You can't see it just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and take my heat tool. I didn't even think I needed that, did I? I think it went right into the thing, right into the container. All right, so now I'm gonna take our heat tool. I'm gonna really zoom in for you. And I'm going to start slowly on one side. I don't believe in doing the circles, but if that makes you happy, you can do the circles. You can also do it from underneath if you'd like as well. This is just simple. You watch it until it melts. You see how it's starting to sparkle? You guys see that? Just go all over until it melts it. And now I have where just the embossed part, it's all sparkly. You can't really see, maybe you can see it a little bit better there. Okay, so now that's a really big step up for this project. And let's pretend that this is the embossed one, and I'll show you the finished project as well. So this one I'm going to layer it on top of this. Isn't that just bring that out? And then I'm going to pop it on there, pop it on here. Here is the finished one right here that's all embossed and ready to go. Do you see how it's all embossed and beautiful? Okay, now I'm going to show you the 3 different cards that we made today on my video. So this is just your simple, your basic, maybe you want a simple card to make. This one we stepped it up just a little bit, and this one we stepped it up a lot. So you can take any card design that you see and you can step it down or you can step it up. I hope you all enjoyed my video, and I hope if you have any questions, you'll let me know. I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.